Hi Aquarius, I hope you guys are doing great today. Let's get right into your reading. I'm going to be pulling a Celtic cross spread. These are general messages for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And we're going to end with a love reading after a Celtic cross. So, guys, last week of February, can you believe it? So, Aquarius, you guys may be seeking a fresh start with money or resources, or boosting your income or your sense of self-worth and self-respect this week. The need to overcome some sort of problem area or get past something is very compelling right now. So take advantage of the energy. You're ready to take on intellectual challenges at this time, and your problem-solving skills are really above and beyond. So it's really good. Tricky things that are going on in your life are going to be tackled with a lot more ease. This is a very large deck, which is why I have to do it in two pieces. I apologize. But we do have that new moon in Pisces on the 23rd. So this is really great. This marks the beginning of a new cycle. The Aquarius new moon cycle ends, right? And you guys in the Pisces new moon now begins. So this new moon is a good time to commit to personal goals that expresses the positive energies of the fish, of the sign. So this includes taking a leap of faith, accepting imperfections in yourself and in others, and accepting that these imperfections are actually a type of perfection, and really starting a project here that requires imagination and visualization skills is going to be very benefic right now. Consciously putting time aside for peaceful and really rejuvenating activities is really important, really, really important right now. Now, for those of you who have other placements, I just want to say, you really thinking about those mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, especially at 0 to 8 degrees, you guys are going to be feeling this the most. Okay, definitely feeling it the most. So let's see what we have for your energies here. Okay. So we have coming into this time period, we have the star energy. Okay, so the star energy is it's a beautiful energy because it's got to do with healing. So you're doing some kind of healing having to do with some area of your life. Now, if you're here with a relationship on your heart, there's healing that was going on in the past, okay? You were healing from something and doing something different. Resolving to do something different, because this is an Aquarius energy, and Aquarius is all about insight plus emotion and really choosing to do something differently. You rule by Uranus, right? So you're really thinking about, okay, how am I going to be able to do this different so that I can get a different result moving forward in a way that works towards healing and towards bringing some sort of result in the way that you really, really want it, having to do with a relationship, a job, whatever it is. But there's realization here that something needs to be handled differently and for there to be healing. So I do like that. Now we have the current situation right now as it is, we have the Empress in the reverse. The Empress is the mother of the tarot. So this is about there not being really solid growth right now. You feeling like there's not growth. Okay. And that really can just be because of Mercury retrograde, like keeping it real, because the Empress, just the fact that it's on the table is good and it's a major arcana. But there's a person or a situation or something blocking you from being able to move forward and grow, in the way or at the speed that you really want to, ultimately, like in your heart. And there's just sort of like some sort of brakes on somewhere. But that's like a very retrograde energy. Because then we have crossing you as the High Priestess energy, which I love. This is the moon energy. This is about intuition. And the moon is about getting really honest with yourself about what it is that you want deep inside, not just on the surface kind of thing. This is like really the deep stuff, right? You realizing that certain things you're resonating with that you never thought you would, other things you're not resonating with anymore that you did at one time, but it's you really honoring your intuition right now and trying to figure out, where is the sticking point in being able to grow in the way that you want. I mean, you're coming into this energy with this mindset of healing and this energy of healing, which is really beautiful. But then what is the sticking point to being able to progress forward? Now, guys, it really can just simply be like you're saving your money and that's the problem. You need money to move something ahead, or you need to finish school, or you need to, begin that new job, whatever it is. It's this it's kind of this restless energy though that I'm getting from you. Yeah. And then we have the Five of Swords energy. And I kind of like this energy here because this is a Venus in Aquarius. So Venus, is the planet of love. It's also of money, right? So if you're here with the career on your heart, but it's also like our values, and how we think about ourselves and our self-love and, what feels good to us, right? And so it's in Aquarius, which is all about doing something different than we've been doing it. But let's not ignore the fact that it's a 5 energy, and 5 does indicate like conflict. But conflict doesn't necessarily have to be negative, guys. It really doesn't. We can have conflict toward healing because it's conflict with the sword energy. Swords are words and truth. So it's having this, this conflict about what's real, what's not in the heart space, and about trying to figure out how you guys can do things differently in a relationship. Like you guys just not having a real solid meeting of the minds when it comes to your belief system in a relationship. This could certainly also apply to a career where you're just kind of at odds with your boss or your colleagues about how something is supposed to be pushing forward. You guys just do not have the same vision, right? But the conflict is towards solution. It should be towards healing because it is that Venus energy in there with Aquarius, which is okay, having this argument, but it's like, okay, how are we going to do things differently in the here and now in the 3D? Then we have the 10 of Swords in the reverse. End of a cycle here, guys. One sword at a time over time, right? That's it. This is like this, and this is about communicating about things in a very practical way and recognizing that it's simply not working the way it was anymore. Simply not working. That cycle needs to be done. Now, this is a minor arcana. It's not a major arcana. It is a Mercury in Virgo. All right. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. So understand, plus it's swords. There's a lot of communication here. It's a lot of communication, but it's very practical. It's very earthy. It's very, being realistic, keeping it real. The way things have been going, they can't continue like this. We're not going to be successful in this relationship. I'm not going to be successful in this career. It's like getting very real, very, very real and honest with yourself. Sure. And then we have representing you right now is the 7 of Swords in the reverse. So this is you and only you, okay? Now, this is a moon in Aquarius, and when we look at this is about you getting so honest with yourself, Aquarius. It's like you're letting your mask fall off. Now, when I say mask, pretty much everyone wears a mask. Do we not? It's like almost appropriate to wear a mask up to a certain point where you're one version of yourself when you go into work than you are in your intimate relationship, right? Are you being like, maliciously deceitful? No, it's just a different part of you, right? But this is you like letting that mask drop off when it comes to like your job. You're getting really honest. You're like, you know what? I really don't want to do this. I don't want to study this major. I don't want to do this job anymore. Dropping the mask. Like maybe you've been in a relationship where you've been kind of like doing the yes, 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 dear thing and going along with things, and things are just not feeling okay to you anymore. And you're getting very honest. You're laying it out on the table because you're recognizing that the way things have been going, you're not being true to yourself. You're not being true to your own intuition. Your intuition seriously poking at you here. Just really is. And you can't shut it down because it's just being that loud. So we have the 3 of Swords as an external influence here. So this is definitely the card of pain. So there's some sort of painful situation that went on. This is a Saturn in Libra. So Saturn is always that challenging daddy energy, right? And it's, something karmic, something where there's a lesson learned, and it's in Libra, which doesn't only have to do with fairness, but it has to do with Venus. It's some sort of hard lesson that's being learned in your heart space. Now, when I say heart space, it could also be, career. Because we should really love our jobs as well, right? But there's definitely some sort of like you were passed up for a position. You didn't get that job that you were promised. This job did not end up turning out the way you thought. People are very backstabbing in there. This could be definitely a third-party situation if it has to do with an intimate relationship, some sort of backstabbing situation having to do with a family member. Okay. Yeah. And this could also be somebody pulling away from you because they identify you as having too much drama surrounding you. Now, I do have to tell you, and I'm not saying this to you because I'm doing your reading, but I'm not getting that at all. That is what is actually going on with you, but that may be how somebody perceives you, where they're trying to maybe place some blame for a situation on you when it's really not you at all, so that could definitely be indicated with that energy as well. Now, in your fear position, we have the Four of Cups reversed. So this is about you being really afraid of that checklist card of you're recognizing this restlessness that you've been experiencing in this relationship or in this job. You're getting in touch with this sense of disillusionment. You're really identifying what it is that's not working for you. You just are. Now, in the reverse, though, it really does ask that, because in the reverse, this indicates you're feeling an increased sense of restlessness. And it's to the point where it's scaring you because you don't want to fully end something that you're in, Aquarius. I'm not getting that. I'm getting that you want it tweaked. You want it to be a little different, but you're having some anxiety about how to actually make that happen. Is there something that's happening that you're really not happy with? Or you are fearing that somebody else is feeling this about you, where they're feeling really restless, they're feeling very disappointed and disillusioned in you. But this energy is in your fear position, and you're going to apply it however it would be relevant to your life, because this is a general message. Now, in the outcome energy, we have the Ten of Cups, but we have the Ten of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so this is the Ten of Cups energy is still benefic even in the reverse. This is a Mars and Pisces energy. Okay, so what this tells me is, Mars is like, let's go act out our dreams, let's go live our dream. And in the reverse, it's saying, you know what, before we actually take that dream and run with it, can we actually talk about it and see how it might play out in the real world? It's that kind of energy. It doesn't mean that you're not going to have that beautiful final outcome, but this is an indicator yes, dreaming is nice. In the upright, it's like, yay, we're going to live our dream, and, we love each other, and everything is going to be fine and all of this. In the reverse, it's, we love each other, but not everything is oh so fine. We have to address this thing that happened with your family. We have to address this thing that happened with your job, with my job, with our friends. There's this external thing to your situation that needs addressing so that you guys can work through that area so that this could be turned upright. So something needs to be worked through. Yeah. And then we have the Five of Coins reverse. Yeah. So I feel like, Aquarius, you're going to feel like your voice is not being heard. It's going to be very, very frustrating for you. Very frustrating. This is a Mercury and Taurus energy. Mercury is all about communication, right? And Taurus it's a pentacle energy, yes, but it's also ruled by Venus. And in the reverse, it's like you're trying to have this conversation about money. You're trying to have this conversation about your love life, this love space, your connection to money, you're expressing your feelings of self-worth and how you feel about yourself in this situation, and you feel like you're not being heard. There's a feeling of lack here. So you feel like your voice is not only not being heard, but you simply feel very unsupported in a situation. And if it doesn't have to do with a relationship, then you feel very unsupported in your place of work right now during this week. So this is just something that you're going to have to deal with. Now, I don't necessarily see, quite frankly, big breakups, though everybody's story is going to be a little different, but I definitely see the ending of a cycle, because these very important heavy conversations need to be had about something external to you guys. What's been going on and how respected do you each feel? And it's kind of like, I'm getting the feeling almost like it's almost like the time for assessment. It's like, okay, this is the real me, this is the real you. You know, maybe you guys are like at that point in your relationship where the newness is kind of worn off and the reality has set in, and that could be very beautiful, but it can also be very challenging, because it's like, listen, what's been going up to this point? I think we need to handle your family differently. We need to handle our friends differently. It's time that we start talking about this next step. If this has to do with work, I've been working here a while. It's time we talk about that promotion, that raise, you know, restructuring my responsibilities here. So anything like that, I do feel like there is this restructuring that's going to be happening for you guys during this energy. You know, and this does go back to the astrology that's going to be happening, where I did mention, you know, you guys might be really kind of seeking this fresh start, right? With money, with resources, with belonging, right? And resources really can be this emotional, mental, and physical connection as well, you know. This is a great time, and this particular new moon is really a great one for not only boosting your income, but boosting that sense of self-worth and self-respect. So I do like it. So let's pull some oracles. I don't read these in the reverse, guys, just to give you a heads up. Calling in your soulmate, healing family issues, past life relationship. Okay. Let's get some island time wellness here. Okay. Good. Cut these. Soulmates. Calling in your soulmate, and then we get a soulmate card. Okay. So guess what? I think you guys are soulmates. Love call. The chaser. Ay, ay, ay. Can we start with that, because that I pulled as the clarifier for past life relationship. You have known each other before, and then we have the chaser in a codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issues. So you guys might have had a past life relationship where you guys did have this, you know, one of you abandoned the other, and that might be playing out in sort of the karmic level of your psyche. So yeah, but then we have healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Okay, so there might be some family issues, yeah, for sure, going on here. And we have love calls. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. So that's really beautiful. Now that could certainly have to do with this family situation that I was mentioning, maybe an issue for many of you, right? If you related to the Celtic cross spread as a relationship reading. And then we have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And then we have soulmate, soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract. So yeah, I mean, you know, listen, I have very good energetic feel here. And then look what just popped out, the sun. This is beautiful. Okay, beautiful. Sun energy is that in the world are the two most benefic cards in the deck. I mean, it's just about being in the right place with the right person on the same path. You know, when I say that, that doesn't mean butterflies, unicorns, in heaven. Do you know what I mean? It's like being with your person on the right path. Like you just feel like it's all right. Okay, these we don't read in. Okay, yeah, I mean, so you guys are going to be working at, and I like that under the healing family issues and love call, we have that Five of Swords energy again, guys. This is that Venus in Aquarius that came out before. Yes. So I feel like there's going to be some sort of solution had through conversation, how things need to play out differently in your heart space, in your relationship. There are certain things that have been going on in a certain way that is not good for everyone involved, okay? So there's definitely this meeting of the minds here. And the sun came out as the clarifier for the soulmate. So that's just beautiful, period, and the end. And then we have under the chaser energy, we have the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles energy, this is a Jupiter in Capricorn. So this is just about you making the decision to move forward and be happy or not. How do you like that as an explanation, right? As Jupiter is all about luck and expansion, and Capricorn is owned by Saturn. It's about putting in the hard work, putting in the hard work, and it's going to look different. But being in the space of, I'm not sure. Should I? I'm not sure. Can I? I'm not sure. Do I feel brave enough? And it is that chaser in a codependent relationship. So it's like this fear of intimacy kind of thing going on, you know? But you guys have, this is a very karmic connection here that we're seeing here. And, you know, whoever it is, whoever the chaser was, it's them really coming front. And now this could be you, Aquarius, or it could be the person that you're dealing with, but them really facing the fact that they have to stop doing that. And they have to make the decision, because you guys are supposed to be together, at least for now. There are lessons that need to be learned from this. As a soulmate energy, you guys are meant to learn the lessons together. Star is going to be all about healing, yeah. Two of Cups energy, beautiful. Then we have the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, yep. So, I mean, beautiful, right? This is, and I like that you guys, along this line with the healing family issues, the love call, and you guys having that important conversation about how things are going to look different. Remember, because it's a Venus and Aquarius energy, how are we going to do things different? You got the Two of Cups. So the conversation is going to be happening in a beautiful and healthy way. So I really like that. And this is making that decision, the Two of Pentacle energy, making the decision that's going to bring you your wish fulfillment. So this is very positive for those of you, Aquarius, that are resonating with this for a love connection. Really beautiful. You know, it's not going to be without a little bit of stuff that you guys need to talk about and work out, but in the end, it's really very positive. So absolutely beautiful. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.